The living room gaming market stands on the edge of its most significant structural shift in 2 decades. For years, the home entertainment space operated under a strict hardware hierarchy. On one end stood dedicated video game consoles, the Sony PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X, monolithic, high-draw towers designed to render cutting-edge graphics at high frame rates. On the other end stood streaming microconsoles, dominated by the Apple TV 4K, built primarily for low-power 4K media consumption, fast user interface navigation, and lightweight casual arcade games. However, as we move through 2026, the lines separating high-end console hardware from compact media players are dissolving. The impending arrival of the rumored Apple TV Ultra has reignited an intense debate among tech enthusiasts, hardware reviewers, and gamers alike. Can a silent, ultra-compact streaming box equipped with Pro-Tier 3nm silicon, hardware-accelerated ray tracing, and MetalFX upscaling disrupt the console duopoly? Or is the idea of an Apple-made console killer fundamentally flawed due to platform distribution models, developer friction, and storage constraints? To answer whether the Apple TV Ultra can truly challenge traditional home consoles, we must look beyond marketing headlines and analyze hardware capabilities, real-world gaming workloads, software ecosystem dynamics, and market realities. The foundation of the Apple TV Ultra's gaming potential lies in its internal processor transition. Previous Apple TV 4K generations relied on modified mobile chips, such as the A15 Bionic. While exceptional for processing high bitrate Dolby Vision media streams, these chips were structurally limited by mobile GPU cluster counts and strict passive thermal envelopes. The Apple TV Ultra upgrades this foundation by adopting 3nm silicon architecture derived from Pro-Tier Apple silicon platforms, such as the A17 Pro or M-Series SoCs. Moving to a 3nm manufacturing process allows Apple to pack millions more transistors into a compact die layout, drastically increasing energy efficiency and peak graphics compute performance without demanding massive power draw. Two specific architectural features elevate the Apple TV Ultra into genuine console performance territory. Hardware-accelerated ray tracing. In traditional rasterization, rendering realistic light, shadow bounce, and reflections relies on pre-baked light maps or heavy software approximations. By integrating dedicated ray tracing hardware cores directly into the GPU pipeline, the Apple TV Ultra calculates photon trajectories in real time. This brings hyper-realistic visual reflections and lighting mechanics to titles running on tvOS. MetalFX upscaling. High-resolution rendering at native 4K, 3840 by 2160, demands massive GPU bandwidth and heat output. MetalFX upscaling resolves this by combining spatial and temporal machine learning algorithms. The Apple TV Ultra renders games internally at 1080p or 1440p, then uses neural network reconstruction to output a crisp, artifact-free 4K signal to living room displays at stable frame rates. This technology acts as Apple's proprietary equivalent to NVIDIA DLSS and AMD FSR. Theoretical teraflops mean very little if hardware cannot maintain sustained performance under actual gaming workloads. Traditional gaming consoles consume between 180W and 220W under load, utilizing large heatsinks and active blower fans to prevent thermal throttling. By contrast, the Apple TV Ultra operates on an ultra-lean power profile of just 20W to 35W peak active draw. Through advanced thermal design and efficient energy dissipation per clock cycle, the microconsole maintains its maximum GPU boost clock speeds for extended gaming sessions without suffering severe performance drops. When running native Apple Silicon ports like Death Stranding, Resident Evil 4 Remake, and Assassin's Creed Mirage, the Apple TV Ultra provides an experience that closely mirrors mid-cycle traditional console performance. Frame pacing remains stable, texture streaming loads smoothly via unified memory architecture, and visual detail matches high-medium graphics presets on PC. For years, two hidden issues hindered gaming on set-top boxes: inadequate local storage and high wireless input lag. Modern AAA games frequently require 60 GB to 150 GB of storage space for high-resolution assets, making legacy 64 GB or 128 GB set-top models impractical for building a game library. The Apple TV Ultra resolves these issues through expanded storage options and low-latency wireless connectivity. Expanded storage tiers. By offering baseline configurations in 256 GB and 512 GB tiers, supported by high-speed rear USB-C connectivity, users can finally download multiple AAA games simultaneously or attach external high-speed storage.